I have discovered a way to make all the economic pain that we're experiencing right now go away. Just in an instant, just like that, just have it all be gone. I've turned off my TV. I've quit reading the newspaper. And it sounds like I'm not the only one who's quit reading the newspaper if you listen to the news. And I have done this because, one, it's painful to hear, but two, I'm not really sure if the media and the newspapers and what we're listening to and seeing is really the real world. I do believe that the media in general has an agenda, and they don't necessarily have timeliness in their reporting. I think they kind of pick the story of the day and beat it into the ground because it sells more newspapers or more people watch TV. So for me, I'm not really sure if they're a very credible source of information. I like to listen to people who are actually out there in the world and find out what they're experiencing. And so I'm going to relate, 3 things that I've heard in the past week and see, what your thoughts are too, and see if they are the positive indicators that I seem to think they are. The first person I talked to was Melissa Posey, and she is the wife of Adrian Posey, one of our real estate agents. Great agent, by the way. She sells new construction, and out here locally in Carver County. And as we all know, by listening to the newspapers and TV, that new construction is dying. It's dead. No one is buying new houses, and it's just a non-industry. But I was talking to Melissa, and she said that in December and January, or this recent couple of months, they had record months in sales. That there was a lot of people out there, and a lot of people did sign the paper to build a new house, and even more will be coming. And that tells me that, at least in this market, things are starting to improve. And then I ran into Dave Olson. He's a friend of the family, and he does a lot of trade shows. In Minnesota, locally 5-state, but kind of all over the country as well. And he sells windows. He sells windows to builders, and he sells windows to remodelers. And he said for the last 15, 17, 18 months, there's been really no sales. That things have been very, very quiet for him. Even though he's doing the shows, no one was buying. But he said the last 2 shows that he was at, he sold a ton. He said that there was people placing orders, putting money down on orders, and that part of the industry is picking up, new construction and remodeling. So I find that to be, real world encouraging as well. And then I was reading a blog yesterday by Teresa Boardman. She's a real estate agent in St. Paul. She's also been recognized as one of the top blogging agents in the country for the last couple of years, and she's very, very knowledgeable. And the comment that I got from her that really struck home was that right now there are half as many homes for sale in St. Paul as there were last year at this time. And that tells me that houses are selling, that maybe some of the foreclosures are being eaten up. But the fact that you have half as many houses as you did last year, to me, that's a very, very positive indicator. And so I'm encouraged. The light we see is through the tunnel is not the oncoming freight train like it was even a year ago or a couple months ago, but I think it may be the light at the end of the tunnel, or at least the beginning of the light at the end of the tunnel. And we've got a long ways to go. There's no doubt about that, and this is going to take quite a while to straighten itself out. But I got to tell you, talking to real people, I'm kind of encouraged that there may be some hope after all.